everyone, today's video is about when you have hanahaki because they don't love you back. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The pain in your chest had become a constant companion. It was subtle at first, a tightness that you could ignore, a cough that you could shrug off. But now, it was impossible to overlook. The flowers had started blooming in your lungs, a beautiful, yet deadly sign of unrequited love. Hanahaki, they called it. A disease that manifests when someone loves without being loved in return. You stared at yourself in the mirror, pale and exhausted, eyes hollow from sleepless nights spent choking on petals. The flowers you coughed up were small, delicate things, red camellias, the symbol of longing. You hadn't told anyone yet, not Bakugo and not Kirishima. How could you? How could you tell them that you were dying? Because you thought they didn't love you back. The sound of the front door opening made you flinch. You quickly wiped away the tears and forced a smile as Bakugo and Kirishima walked in, their laughter filling the room. They had been out training as usual. Bakugo's hair was still slightly damp from a recent shower, and Kirishima's cheeks were flushed with the remnants of exertion. "Hey, babe." Kirishima greeted you with his usual bright smile, walking over to wrap you in a bear hug. His warmth was comforting, but it only made the ache in your chest worse. Bakugo followed, his expression softer than the gruff exterior he usually showed the world. "Missed you, Damas," Bakugo muttered, as he pressed a quick kiss to your temple. It was his way of showing affection, small and understated, but meaningful. You couldn't tell but smile, even though it felt like a lie. "I missed you guys too," you replied, trying to keep your voice steady, but it was hard when every word felt like it was scraping against a thorny vine inside your throat. Kirishima noticed your hesitation. He always did. His eyes narrowed slightly as he studied you, concern flickering in his crimson gaze. "You okay? I mean, you seem very off." "Yeah, you look like shit," Bakugo added bluntly, though there was an underlying note of worry in his tone. He laughed weakly, waving off their concern. "I'm fine. Just tired, I guess." But they weren't convinced. Kirishima's brows furrowed, and Bakugo's eyes narrowed in that way that meant he was thinking too hard about something. "Have you been sleeping?" Kirishima asked, his voice gentle. He reached out to tuck a strand of hair behind your ear. His fingers lingered against your skin. It was such a simple gesture, but it made your heart twist painfully. "Yes, I have. Just maybe a bit stressed lately, you know. Nothing to worry about." Bakugo crossed his arms over his chest, clearly not buying your excuse. "You're lying." "What? No, I'm not." "Don't bullshit us, Wayan." Bakugo cut you off, his tone sharper than usual. He hated being lied to, and you knew that. "Something's wrong, and you're not telling us." You swallowed hard, the familiar taste of blood and petals rising in your throat. This was it, the moment that you had been dreading. You couldn't keep it a secret any longer. They deserved to know. Your voice cracked, and you had to pause to gather the courage to speak. "I have hanahaki." Sounds fell over the room, thick and suffocating. Kirishima's eyes widened in shock, and Baku's expression went from confusion to anger in a heartbeat. "What the heck do you mean, hanahaki?" Bakugo demanded, his voice rising. He stepped closer to you, his hands gripping your shoulders tightly, almost as if he was afraid that you'd disappear if you let go. That's bullshit. How could you? Why didn't you tell us sooner?" Kirishima was frozen, his mind racing to comprehend what you had just revealed. "Hanahaki. But that only happens when you think your love isn't returned." You finished for him, your voice barely a whisper. Tears welled up in your eyes, and you couldn't hold them back any longer. "I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. Because I didn't want you to feel guilty. or pressured. I just... I thought you didn't love me as much as I love you. Kirishima's face fell, his expression crumbling into one of heartbreak. Oh, Wyan. No, we love you so much. How could you ever think we don't? Bakugo's grip on your shoulders tightened, his anger dissipating as the reality of the situation sunk in. He pulled you into a rough embrace, burying his face in your hair. You freaking idiot. Of course we love you. Why would you even doubt that? You choked back a sob, feeling the petals clawing at your throat. I'm sorry. I just thought maybe I wasn't enough for you two. That maybe you'd be happier without me. Kirishima quickly moved to join the embrace, wrapping his strong arms around you. He pressed his forehead against yours, his eyes filled with regret. We could never be happy without you. You're everything to us. Bakugo pulled back just enough to cup your face in his hands, forcing you to look into his eyes. There was a fierce determination in his gaze, the kind that made you feel safe even in the darkest moments. We're gonna fix this, okay? We're not losing you. But there's no cure, unless... You trailed off, the weight of your words hanging in the air. The only way to cure hanahaki was for the love to be reciprocated, and you couldn't force that on them. Bakugo scoffed, as if the solution was obvious. Then we'll make sure that you know how much we love you, Damas. Every frickin' day. Until those goddamn flowers are gone. Kirishima nodded, his resolve matching Bakugo's. We're not letting you go through this alone, Wyan. We'll be by your side every step of the way. You couldn't help the sob that escaped your lips, relief and love flooding your system. I'm so scared. We're scared too, really, Kirishima admitted. But we'll get through this together. Bakugo pulled you even closer, as if trying to shield you from the world with his own body. You're not going anywhere, you hear me? We're gonna make sure of that. And for the first time in weeks, you believed them. You still felt the flowers in your chest, but with Bakugo and Kirishima holding you, the pain didn't seem as unbearable. Maybe you could actually get through this. And as they promised, they didn't leave your side. Every day, they showed you their love in little ways. A soft touch, a lingering kiss, a quiet moment of comfort. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye!